Hey, Germ73 coming at you again with another Goal Line Blitz 2 video. In this video, we are going to talk about scouting your opponent's defense. So for this video, I'm going to pick on the Turbo Techies because they are an inactive team. So if I'm going to give a team's secrets away, free scouting, which you can really do by yourself. So I'm just showing you how to do it. I chose the Turbo Techies. So, much like what I did with their offense, if you watch the scouting your opponent's offense video that I recently posted, right? I'm just going to come to their homepage, right? Or you can go to your homepage, but because I'm not playing these guys right off, I'm going to come to this page and do the matchup, right? And here I want to look at the Turbo Techies. I want to look at their defense. Over league rankings, 11th, 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 11th. Okay. So what that tells me is that I can pass on these guys. I can run on these guys. Right. So with that being said, I go to their page. I'm going to copy their URL from their page. I'm going to go to GLB2 Scout. Team Scout. Post the URL there for the current season. Then I'm going to take some representative games. I'm not going to do Deheron because that's just lopsided. I want some wins. I want some losses. Well, it looks good. 5 games, probably the same 5 games I had scouted for the how to scout an offense. So come down here. We're going to analyze. We're going to come over here and click Show Defensive Report. Right. So now what I see is they are a zone team. Right? They don't seem to blitz all that much. So, that's what I want to look at then. Okay. So then, after I see if they're man or zone or hybrid, right, I look and see. And, oh, man, I'm looking at those right there. Look at that. The plays that they call the most, 18 times, 14 times, 14 times, 13 times, 12 times, are 4 yards or better, right, on inside, running inside, right? So then what I want to do, get a little piece of paper to take a note on, is I'm going to come over here and I'm going to look at the formations that were in that. This is big eye, 2 wide receiver. This is on your. We get some 3 wide receiver stuff. So I have my choice of formations. Well, actually, I'm not seeing. Nope, there's a single back big right there. Cool. All right, so I saw 2 wide receiver. I saw 1 wide receiver. I see big, right? This fits really well into I know that I can run on them out of those formations, which is kind of good because if you watched my balanced how to create a balanced offense video, in that video I'll put the link. I'll try to remember to put the link on the YouTube version of this, so you can go look at that. I would use that playbook against this team, because in there I didn't have Big Eye in there. I could add Big Eye to it, but I don't think I need to. I think I have a good balanced playbook that uses 2 wide receiver and the big formations. As far as the running goes, I might have to see that. I have to look at the passing piece in a minute. I think, though, because this is a zone defense, they're using the same, using these plays against all of those, right? So here again, I see diamonds, a 2 wide receiver formation, big eye, Trying to see if I single back. Oh, that's single back spread. So they, yeah, I'm not seeing the big, the pistol big and the single back big here, but that doesn't mean they don't call it against it and that it wouldn't be effective against it. One thing I would say this when I play against primarily zone teams, though, um, I don't. I try to beat them like inside, so like the inside off tackle runs, less so with outside runs and screens. So that would be something that I would change against a zone team. I'd make a copy, right, of my uh, balanced playbook, and I would just go and shuffle those percentages away so that I wasn't calling screens or outside runs against the zone. I would just stick with um, inside, and because these guys run defense and pass defense are equally not so good. Um, I definitely would go 50-50. I go my balanced. If I was playing against a more experienced team, right, that their defense wasn't, their pass defense was stronger, I would definitely run more. I would probably do like a 60-40 run, or even a 65-35 run to pass ratio. Looking here on this zone, I mean, I do see that they're running shotgun trips, but I don't feel like I need to run 3 and 4 wide receiver against these guys, right? based on the numbers. I mean, look over here, distance 10, 10. Those are the top three. So, like I said, I'm not going to run on them, so I'm not outside on them. Well, I mean, I guess I could. I'm looking at that. 9.5 yards per carry, although 1.8. So you can see off tackle, pretty good as well. Then we want to look at passing. Yeah. Here we have over 50%, over 70%. Right? So for these guys, I could use kind of like whatever. I didn't take a deep enough dive. I should have found a team a little bit more. Yeah, but you know what? If they're inactive, they're probably not going to be uh, such a tough nut to crack. But that's how I would do that. Let's do something here. Let me look at something. Let me see if I can find another team. Maybe not to GLB2 scout, but to kind of at least in game scout. Let's see. Let's do this. Yeah, here we go. Let's look at these guys in game. Daharan, they're a top tier team, 12-0 in league, right? Um, so we were scouting their defense, right? They have the number 2 defense. Their pass defense and their rush defense are top 2, right? And they don't let up a whole heck of a lot of points. Tucker dog. Hey, Tuck. No. You know what? No one else has been able to beat him. I haven't been able to beat him yet. So let's look at his scouting. Anybody could scout the Heron. So let's copy their URL and let's look at how they're different from the techies. Loading. Yeah. Come on. Why are you taking forever? Up, Tuck. Come on. Stop it. Here we go. There we go. All right. Oh, this is a good game. Oh, look at that. Here they played the Techies. And this is a good game. Tucker, stop. And this is a good game. All right. So those are some good games. Let's analyze. And let's, defense. Show the defense. All right. So he's a man defense, right? It's got some blitzing going on in there, right? These are the two plays that he, in those games called the most, right? And wow. Let's see. The 52, he went against two wide receiver, big eye, pistol big. Ugh. Yikes. I would not play well. My playbook would not play well against this, right? Those are the formations, right? The two wide receiver and the pistol big that we like the most. And we're only averaging 1.2 yards per carry on the inside runs. What did we get to 3.21? This is goal line, shotgun spread. Not getting a lot of, negative 1 yards there. 0 yards there. Doesn't look like a team that's all that good to run on the inside on, even with goal line. So what would I do against him? Let's see. Outside, although look at this. People only ran. This could be a little deceiving, though. I mean, people only ran outside in those games 3 times. 5 games, people only ran outside. So this could be a little bit deceiving, even though, right? And I mean, if someone's running 4-3 middle overload, that's an inside run stopper. So it's weak against the outside run call. And the 52-man base is a little bit weak. But this is too small of a sample, I feel. Although the 52-man base, I am seeing 5.7 yards. And, well, those are in my thing, right? The 2 wide receiver. I don't like the weak because they got 5 guys on the line, right? And we do have a fullback coming this way, but then they've also got their linebackers there. I don't know that I would go 2 wide receiver off tackles versus. I guess what I'd probably do. No, I like combining. And I wouldn't do this with a power back. Well, maybe I would for short yardage. I might go with the pistol big, and the single back big off tackle package. Just for short yardage, in short yardage situations, or maybe to avoid 3rd and long, right? We do pass enough out of that, so maybe if I was to play against them, I would go with pistol big, like a big. That would be the offense that I would use. I would use at least based on the run. I got to look at his pass number things in a minute, but use the off tackles, the big off tackles. That's 4 plays. I need to find one more that I like. Maybe SI, so strong eye, off tackle. and put it at like a low priority. That might be my running. Um, Maybe have a outside run package set up just in case that I could use, for certain situations. Let's look at the. Let's look at. So yeah, so this is a much better way of how I scout and would game plan based on that, because the other one was kind of too easy. This one's really really challenging. All right, now this scares me right here. This is insane. Those were good games, right? That we picked. If we come up here, he won against GE's Tebow Gators, but just by a touchdown, right? He kind of ran over the Techies, and I just picked the Techies because um, we just looked at the Techies. He just barely won by 10 points against the Legends, um, and he won by 7 points against, I think this is Alex's challenge of the Wizard. Um, so those are games that he won, but but one, two, three of them were pretty close, right? They can see what defense is top tier. I wonder. Yeah, there's a reason why his record is, yeah, overall 20-3. So he's only lost 20-2. He's only lost 2 games. So I guess that's the other end. That's the other end of the extreme for the techies, huh? Um, I guess if I was gonna put a offensive game plan against them, I would go with screens and inside and off tackle, right? I see these numbers, these completion. Yeah, that scares me. 7.1 there, even. I mean, that's what I would do, and I would pray that I would win. But I hope this video was a little bit helpful. Not again this morning. These 3 videos that I made, not my best work, but at least it's a foot in the door. If you have any questions, please post them in the um, you know comments, and I'll do my best to answer them. Or you know what, take what I gave you and go to GLB2, the Discord Academy Discord, and talk in there, or talk on um, the GLB2 forums. Anyways, it's just meant to get the ball rolling. Thank you, and I hope you got something out of this.